There are many other GoFundMe, but we always have to keep in mind that these charitable organizations like GoFundMe is constantly placed in a fragile, which is fragile position. They're fragile because they do so much. And those scammers and the fraudsters have a tendency to go find. So be careful when you're donating your money because you need to know where your money is going. You need to be aware of where your money is going. So we need to make sure we put ourselves in a position to be successful. Again, GoFundMe coming for you today to present Happy Hour Lounge. Actually, join me for Happy Hour cartel of water I will have. And the positive side, people, organization, and that's a front. How GoFundMe deal with those. For example, the MMS Defense Fund, normally a legal defense fund for Louis Daniel Smith, who faced criminal charges in relation to him selling MMS, Miracle Mineral Supplement. On May 27, 2015, Smith was found guilty of fraud and other charges. On May 31st, 2015, the Defense Fund, the MMS Defense Fund, was removed from GoFundMe. But there's an archived copy available on their website. The next charitable fraud funding is paying it forward. I heard of that one, paying it forward. And it's important that we truly think about, because it's important that we sort of like look at paying it for. Who is paying it for? About paying it for an effort to, if you see me trying to make sure I can get up, still working at one of my major sites. Paying it for. This fundraiser was created by Katie McClure, Mark D'Amco, and Johnny Bobby Jr. to defraud people. To defraud people. That's what this paying it forward funding was all about. All about defrauding people. And we have to be very careful about who we give our money to. We have to look. People do not want to do what they're supposed to. And it's very important that we think about handle this situation. GoFundMe, again, it is not a life insurance. And what we're doing now, we're still trying to boot up, because it looks like we lost the opportunity to continue here, but we're gonna go back and try another one of our libraries even our home page, and see can we get another page popped up. Matter of fact, we did. That's good. Awesome. Pay it forward is another scam. And you be careful about sending money. See, pay it forward is exceeded its goal of 4,000%. But when they begin publicly squabbling for the money, that led to an investigation. And that investigation was launched. And 3 people were charged with theft by deception. 3 of them pled guilty and was sentenced to 1 year, 5 years, and 5 years respectfully. The next one is we people build the wall. This is another project that goes on GoFundMe, led by Brian Coffin. He started a nonprofit when he was said building the wall. The goal was building a wall. Citizen inhibit illegal entry along the U.S.-Mexico border. He was requesting money from people. We the people build the wall. And Kofich Bannon and 2 other charges of the fraud wall donor was diverting the money, thousands of diverting money that was raised for personal use. Coach paid in a scheme to divert $350,000. Which he used to fund his lavish lifestyle. In one from the federal church, in 20 charge of frauding the IRS and filing false returns. GoFundMe is not a life insurance. And we have to keep that in mind. It is not a life insurance policy. You must purchase a life insurance policy from a reputable insurance company. Do not be fooled to think that everybody out there is for you. So as we talk about GoFundMe is not a life insurance policy, we just want to simply just look at why. Why GoFundMe, which allows individuals to raise money for various causes, some guarantees of stability, life insurance. See, we cannot life insurance. We cannot continue to ignore the need of life insurance. Benefits to your beneficiary. GoFundMe rely on donations from individuals who can vary significantly. Additionally, GoFundMe campaigns are often used for immediate expense long-term funding and a peace of mind for your family. So you ask yourself, why do I need life insurance and GoFundMe? One meets the need right in, and does not go any further. when you invest in a life insurance policy, you are a protector of your family. And we ultimately have to keep that in mind. We're here to protect our family, even while we're living and once we transition. So we ask the question, why do so many people often ignore the importance of purchase? People often ignore the importance of life insurance due to various reasons, which include perceived costs, the lack of interest from clients, the life. Some think we just because we're young, we don't live, we won't need that insurance. We have some who may not be young say, well, my family gonna make sure they put me in now. Counting someone else because you didn't use the finance to understand how important insurance is more important than investments. It is a major investment opportunity that you have. See, may not be life insurance may be seen as necessary for those without dependents. Dependents, no children, you still need for life insurance. It might be tight, but you don't see no reason for life insurance. But we never know. We're not promised today. We're not promised next hour, next minute. We're not the promise next week. We have to make sure do it for our families, do it for our dependents, do it for our business. It's crucial to address the concern of not having enough money to pay, the concerns that come about. But when you get to the point where you get to an age that you don't think is important, a health situation you don't think is in, the type of you have is really important. It is here to address the concern and consider the benefit of life insurance, financial security, well-being of yourself. And there are other reasons that Americans aren't buying life insurance. Based on a survey done by the LLM, I'm sorry, LIMRA, more than 7 in 10 households said they have not bought life insurance because they have other financial priorities right now. The other financial priority, going to international trip, going to a girl's trip, a boy's trip, going to something else that you think fun is more important. One of the worst things I've seen, and this was not to the point where we need a insurance. We travel international for a conference, myself and many colleagues and brothers. And one of the brothers got sick. And they refused the insurance he had country except the insurance he had. And he had $1,000 cash before he can get out of the hospital. And every day he stayed there, that was an additional $1,000. I know this called me and asked me to do whatever I could to put him out when I worked hard and then even had it to get him out. It was almost like pulling teeth using the banking system. So, position, I had insurance, you have to purchase more insurance. If you organize plan or see what kind of insurance that can, in case you get on land or sea in the air. You got to prioritize You have to actually prioritizing what's going on right now. Because we know there are a wide range of priorities that create barriers for why you don't buy life insurance. Keeping up with required living expenses. Keeping up with required living expenses. Cost of extra expenses such as it's amazing I run across some people make a request, telling me they have a $7,000 cell phone bill. I'm like, man, because you hadn't paid it. You trying to operate, you're financially illiterate. Let's keep it real, brother. That's what it is. You're financially illiterate, and you think that's more important. Saving for retirement. I'm saving for retirement. That's America. You're saving for retirement, but you got to live today. Save to live like you're living today, meaning that making sure you put away money so you know something will happen. Paying off debts is another barrier for a lot of people. Why they have to prioritize that instead of paying life insurance. A lot of time on your job, when you serve an hourly person, it may take more out of your check.